Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot, and welcome to November. I am telling you, this month, astrologically speaking, this is a big month. It is the most powerful month in all of 2025, and you're coming out on top. So I will just say we're not going to cover all of them. Get cozy, we're going to cover plenty. Just saying, I'm going to try and make it as short as possible, but there's a lot. We have nearly over 40 aspects. There'll be familiar ones as well. These are just the planets we're talking about, because a lot of them are going back to where they were in the beginning of the year. You're also going to feel some deja vu moments. Everything that you experienced in October is going deeper. This is a month where you'll have opportunities to revise, to refine your plans, especially after, as it concerns where connections, after all the transformation that you've gone through in 2025. So especially as it concerns health, finances, your relationships, there's an impact here that you're getting with this month in November that allows you to truly secure that stability in your foundations. It's powerful. Before we get started though, I just want to say as well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being with me. I cannot believe it. Pinch me, don't pinch me. We are almost at 3,000 subscribers. I love you guys so much. I cannot tell you how blessed you make me feel, going on this journey with you, seeing all your comments, getting to connect with each and every one of you. Truly, you make my world. You make my heart flutter, and I love you back. So, welcome to November. I'm just saying, this is a powerful month. So, this is the month that fills the home with warmth. This is like a month where it's like the home is nice and cozy. You've maybe got your gorilla slippers on. I'm just saying, maybe, maybe not. Either way, you've got butternut squash soup simmering on the stove. It's filling the air with these golden tones of garlic, caramelized onions, some sage, maybe some nutmeg. And there's a bit of sweetness in there too. There's some brown sugar in there with a little bit of cayenne pepper for heat. Just saying. But either way, this is a passionate month. We've got a lot of things going on. Like I said before, 40 aspects. We'll get into them deeper with the weekly reads, with the weekend reads, so stay tuned. But as a synopsis overhaul, we've got 2 new retrogrades. We also still have the current ones too, so there's that. And there's a lot of movement into Scorpio and into Sagittarius, with our 4th house and our 3rd house truly being ignited. So this month is marked by this reflection before action, setting intentions in your communication and learning, your local community, coming together, and it's spotlit, either way, with honesty for us and what we want to create and what may be inhibiting us from aligning with those building blocks. This month, Mars and Mercury, the Sun, and at the end, Venus will be entering into Sagittarius, our 4th house, filling our homes and family with action, life, and love. We also have Saturn coming out of retrograde and stationing direct. We have a super harvest moon in Taurus, also known, because it brings out the childishness in me, the super beaver moon. And for the majority of the month, the Sun, Venus, the new moon, and even Mercury retrograde, mind you, will be in Scorpio. Just in case you haven't seen that Mercury retrograde video that I just posted, we'll kind of cover some of it, but if you want more in depth, check that video out. This is where Uranus also moves back into Taurus. Saturn and Neptune are both back in Pisces. Pluto is direct now, but still, same thing, in Aquarius in our 6th house. This means that all 4 outer planets are going to be exactly where they were at the beginning of the year. This month also, too, is very predominantly shaped by the Grand Water Trine. Most of your reflection and refinement will be focused with these and amplified with these energies. And to top that off, we also have a minor Grand Trine between Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune. They are going to be providing a clearer vision, a powerful shift in your reality and your spiritual journey. So let's get into it, because right away on the 2nd, oh my goodness, let me tell you, on the 2nd, the Grand Trine full swing. So we're past that peak just barely, if you haven't seen last week's read. But either way, It's still in full swing between Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn and Neptune. Jupiter's in Cancer in our 11th house. Mars is in Scorpio in our 3rd house. We've got Saturn and Neptune both back in Pisces in our 7th house. So that's our hopes, wishes, and dreams, long-term aspirations, the communication and learning methods that we connect with people in, connect with our dreams in action too, in initiations, and also too, the stability in our partnerships, our dreams, our visions. Also too, the moon is in Pisces on the 2nd. And of course, we've got the North Node amplifying this as well, being in Pisces in our 7th house as well. So this Pisces stellium, I hope you followed that, between Saturn, Neptune, and the moon, and our North Node, will be intensifying your emotional connections and your relationships, while your 3rd house and your 11th house will really provoke this amplification in how you express yourself, how you express your needs, your desires, your hopes, your dreams. It's going to light up, this grand trine is going to light up your social life and your interactions, both personal and professional. Existing partnerships may be tested or transformed dramatically, for better or worse. Just be prepared. New connections could also be very intense. And with the North Node present here, with the moon like it is, there's this fated event or connection that's taking place right away as we walk into November. This first week, just in general, I will say, we'll get further into it, it's packed. So there's something here that you're meant to see. And it's not just broadening your horizons, but it's big, it's deep, and it's truly connected with your life purpose. And I will say on the 2nd, it's putting you right in your feels. And also too, welcome to daylight savings time for those that are in the states that practice that, or I don't know if other countries do. Let me know in the comments below. But either way, get ready, daylight savings time. We're falling back. So remember, we get that extra hour. Take advantage of it. Right away as we walk in to November with the Ace of Swords in reverse, like I was saying before, we're looking at where you're aligning with those building blocks. What may be inhibiting you from those building blocks? Right away with this trine, it's going to focus that on your transformation in your partnerships, who you're aligned with, who's possibly not, right? So this is where you could have been experiencing chaos, possibly looking at wrong decisions, where there's unfilled ambitions, where things that you've really been working for just haven't worked out to the way that you've really wanted them to, hoping them to, especially as it goes to a new beginning. Your untapped potential. It's giving you an opportunity for new ideas. It's bringing in this fresh positive energy, especially with that grand trine that's going to allow you to look at where there's intense negativity, where there's relationships that basically you're walking away from that aren't aligned with you, and also opening the door, making room for the relationships that help bring you to a point of like the sacrifice, right? With the epiphanies, the new perspectives. So this is really, it's all about making room. This is where you're distancing yourself from those that really have made you feel drained, I guess. Like I say, there's something here. It's not just about broadening your horizons. It's bigger. It's deeper. It's where you're looking at something and you're meant to see it. You're meant to feel it. And I will also say, especially with the North Node present, it's taking place here. It's connecting you, and your intuition is going to feel it. So you're looking at, it's highlighting where there's been financial difficulties, where desperation has possibly even blocked your manifestations, right? This is also where you're looking at where you're being tested spiritually, materially, materially even too. And you're looking at the change that needs to happen to walk into that new stability, that new cycle. Also too, it's giving you the proper resilience needed to truly receive the guidance from your intuition, and also to focus on what stability means to you in your foundation, in your finances, in your perspective, in your connections. This is where there is an epiphany. And I will also say we have Pluto here as well. So this is where your trust, actually, wait a minute, hold the phone. That's not Pluto. That's Uranus. Nope, that's Neptune. My bad. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just brain farted that. But either way, This is where Neptune is realigning you to your dreams. It's really making you take that step back. See the bigger picture, and especially with Mercury just moving into Sagittarius, this is where everything where your trust has been tested, everything where your dreams have not quite worked out, you're looking at the refinement. And like I say, this is a powerful month. I will say as well, with all the aspects, don't worry, you're coming out on top. Venus is going to be playing a big role here this month. We'll get into it. This is where you're looking at what's been sacrificed, what needs to be sacrificed, where there's submission that's needed, where your trust is being tested, where there's been suffrage, and how to replace that with abundance in your soul contract, right? In your vision, in your goals. And I'll say it again, your inspiration is going to feel where these changes, where these desires, these hopes, what lights up your social life need to change. So it could be that you've been more reclused, in a more set apart stagnation, right? This is where, as you can see, he's having this epiphany of connection, where new beginnings reach dualities and perform a synthesis in creation with that synergy of three in your expression, in balance, in your creativity, in how you communicate, when you communicate, who you communicate with. And you're learning to flow with the emotions, being lit up by the emotions rather than resist them. And if that resonates, by all means, let me know in the comments below, because right away on the 4th, we already have Mercury in Sag, right? Mars is moving there too. So Mars is leaving his domicile in Scorpio, bursting his energy into your home and your family life. You're going to feel this in your 4th house. So you may be taking on a home improvement project, or even experiencing this flurry of family activities here, where once you really felt like, oh my goodness, I'm just kind of independent. That's going to change when Mars moves into Sag. I'm just telling you. And it's not just because the holidays are coming. This is where he is basically preparing you for a lot of assertiveness, and also firing up. Like he is fired up in this fiery energy of Sagittarius. I will also say too, we have not had Mars in our 4th house in 2 years. So there's some spirit here. It's broadening your horizons. He's setting the tone for the month with a bang in such a beautiful way as you search for something more in what home and family mean to you. A lot of you could be selling a house, buying a house, renovating your home. With the Grand Water Trine in mind as well, you could be forming and expanding your family. To prepare you though too, because Mars is, the god of war. Let's just be real here. With his assertiveness, there may also be some potential for friction when it comes to loved ones. So remember that your words hold power, particularly as they relate to your home life, to your family life. This is where, with the High Priestess energy, you're embracing these dualities, right? This is polarity, embracing the light and the dark in your partnerships, in universal order. Where there was stagnancy, where now there's busyness, right? There's this repetition of vitality through reflection that's going to give you that wisdom. And it's going to also allow you to embrace the mystery, to really embrace the flow and embrace the shadows, the unknown, right? In your spirituality. So especially if you are feeling a spiritual hardship, disconnected, you're going to be tapped in to these psychic energies, to this perceptivity with your connections, with home, with family, what they mean to you. Broadening your horizons as you search for that something more that leads you and connects you to that greater fulfillment. Right away as well, I will also say it's leading the charge, setting you up, setting the stage for the November 5th super full moon exalted in Taurus in our 9th house. So this is the super harvest full moon. It's going to be amplified. And as I like to childishly, I don't know why it always makes me laugh, but it is a super beaver full moon. I'm just saying. But when you think about it quite more seriously on the spirit animal totem, I am such a kid. Anyway, this is where beavers are they build, when you think about them as a spirit animal, they are very Lemurian, right? They build the most Lemurian homes mixed in with their surroundings, their natural terrain. And I will also say they're evolutionary, they're revolutionary. They impact things in a sustainable way. So when you think about beavers with river systems, right? They build these beautiful, robust, and extremely strong natural dams that people spend a lot of time and energy trying to replicate, and it doesn't work. So they change the terrain. They change the water flowage. They allow fertility. And I will also say they welcome in their muskrat neighbors for the winter. It's very symbiotic energy. And the moon is exalted in Taurus. This is the moon's home, our ninth house. So this is your beliefs, philosophy, higher learning, understanding your truth, especially as Mars is helping you search for that very truth as it ties to your definition, your meaning, your fulfillment in home and family. So there's something here. We also, too, will have an opposition that took effect on November 4th between Mars and Uranus. So I just want to put this out and prepare you. There's this breakthrough in career and values here. A project could be coming to conclusion at work with this full moon. There could be a major realization that lets you release an old belief that's been holding you back. And again, we started out with this stagnation. Right away, we're shifting this to a place of strength, especially when we look at where we've been overburdened, where we need to stand in our truth, especially with building our structure, our legacy, and holding that strength, that triumph of love over hate, that harmony vision, that fortitude, that courage to persevere and know that we're truly not here to go it alone, especially as we go to our place of abundance. Lead us to our legacy of abundance with that 8. That's embracing the hermetic art, the infinity, right? The stability that comes with successionability. Is that a word? Successional planning. Let's go with that. Either way, this is like full strength. And as you can see, it was very muted. You're looking at what was muting you. And you're bringing a lot of that epiphany action to a conclusion under this super full moon. And with that opposition with Mars, Uranus being amplified, underneath that super full moon, there's something here. I just want to point out, it's between home, family, work, or career, and/or. It's going to be liberating you from this feeling of excessive responsibility, trying too hard, overexhaustion, overload with pressure, right? What's been holding you back from not only your truth, not only your authenticity, but your sacral flow, turning those wounds into your story, your wisdom that you carry into your legacy, into your future. So the biggest thing is it will be a bit of a wake-up call. I just want to prepare you. This is a full moon to truly work with this energy. And I'll try my best to fit it in to do a full moon meditation. And then I'll also do a full moon reading as well to let you know how to work with this energy. Either way, though, think back to the new moon that we had around April 27th that was in Taurus. What happened during this last 6-month period, this last 6-month cycle? This is the point. This is the pinnacle of that tribulation, that success as well, on how you see the big picture. This full moon, this super amplified full moon, whether it be beaver or harvest, whatever you prefer, just saying, it's time to let things illuminate. Allow the change. Allow things to shake up, right? Especially where they felt stagnated or monotonous, where you felt disempowered or where you felt a lack of spirit. This is the full moon that's going to bring things that you initiated back from that new moon in Taurus at the end of April to conclusion. And it all ties into the big picture of where you see your truth, where you see your legacy. And remember, the grand trine here, it's going to be elevating this full moon in a very big way. Right after this as well, I will say Venus is coming in. So if you felt that kind of overburdened, exhausted kind of energy where you're just like treading water, let me tell you, Venus in Scorpio on the 6th. So she's moving to Scorpio. I'll do a separate read on this, but let me tell you, this is a very powerful place for her. She's moving into Scorpio and our 3rd house. The planet of love is coming in and she's going into the deep end of the pool. This is where your communication is going deep. It's intense and it's intimate. It's connecting. It's lasting. It's bonding. And I will also say your interactions with Venus and Scorpio, with your siblings, with your neighbors, with your community, are going to be meaningful. This is partnership building. This is wealth building. Because remember, she's tied in with money, right? It's tied in with your legacy. You're going to have a lot of conversations. You'll be initiating them as well with Venus. I'm just saying. Venus, this is like the kind of energy where it's like Venus has her Louis Vuitton like thigh-high boots on, right? She's bringing truth to the surface with this scorpionic energy. And I will also say we're not even done yet. This whole first week in particular, I'll say it again. There's something here that you're meant to see. It is not just about looking for your truth, broadening your horizons, but it's bigger. It's deeper. It's connected with your life purpose. Venus is going to really start taking charge. It's like the first part of it is all about this in search of something, coming to conclusions, understanding your truth. Then once Venus gets here, she's coming out to strut. I just got to say it. She's bringing the truth to the surface. She's got her heels on. They're high too. They are 6 inches. They are not just these cute little 2-inch heels, right? They're not training heels, as my friends used to say. I don't wear high heels. So whenever I break out my cute little 2-inch like high heels, they're like, "Oh, that is so cute. You're training." And I'm like, "No, that's this is my attempt to go big." Either way, this is where she is coming in with a bang right after this full moon. This is where you're truly looking with the Knight of Pentacles. You're looking with caution. You're looking with responsibility, with dependability at what you're building in your wealth, in your legacy, in your partnerships, in the work you do with managing your resources, being conservative where you need to. But it all ties into a methodical strategy that leads you to your financial stability. As you can see, he's holding that coin. And he's initiating an action that's truly stable. It's long-lasting, focused. And I will also say Uranus is going to pack a punch here too. So on the 7th, right after Venus changes signs, we've got Uranus, which remember he's in retrograde, moving back to Taurus. And also our 9th house. So our house of expansion is tying in with big breakthroughs, innovation, surprises, freedom, in its focus and as its focus point. This is going to be a big deal for Virgos. Mark your calendars. I'm just saying. Uranus, I will also say, it's going to be his final pass in our lifetimes back into Taurus and back into our 9th house. He's going to be closing a chapter for you in personal or philosophical change. There's something here where you're going and doing one last reevaluation of your values, your most authentic self-expression, how you align and entangle with your long-term goals and beliefs. Venus and Scorpio really highlighting where your heart's desires are with passion, down deep, really where it hits, right? Where it really makes you tick, where it really lights you up. Uranus and Taurus, he will be there through April of 2026. So he's going to bring us in this beautiful, long-lasting time of reflection to truly make sure that we're aligned in our expression, in our values, with our long-term goals. So there's something here during this time where you're truly looking at where you're seeking fulfillment, where you're seeking change. And I will also say with November, it's going to hit you with this energy. It's going to feel like a rumble in your foundation. Because remember, my goodness, thank you. Remember, he surprises, just saying. You will be seeking radical change with this energy. You're going to feel it like a rumble in your belly. I don't even know, like going over a cobblestone road almost. But this is where you could be traveling. You could be traveling back to old places, thinking about traveling back to old places that you loved. You could be going back to school. You could be embarking on like new teaching, new learning avenues, new things as well that realign you in your long-term goals with new insight, with all the wisdom, all the lessons that he's been giving you. It's going to highlight, like I say, innovation. It's going to highlight focuses on where you can free yourself, where there is freedom to really truly expand and make use of this energy. Like I say, he's not going anywhere till April. And that is when he moves in to Gemini, back to our 10th house, tying honors, achievements, where you invest your time and energy, where you're truly seen for your time and energy, your investments in such a beautiful way. So this is just basically asking you, like, how's it going with your foundation? How's it going with your innovation? Are there better ways to tackle what you want to align to? Are there things that are inhibiting you that you didn't quite think about, or that you found, more importantly, that you've been learning, that really inhibit you from that authentic self-expression? And are there new ways that you can improvise with, innovate with, that really surpasses those inhibitions, those blocks, right? So this is where you're truly looking at your leadership, your discipline, your reason, your foresight, your ambitions. And he's providing you the support that you need so that when he moves back into our 10th house, when he goes direct, you're ready to take that initiation, that action, especially as it pertains to your foundation. It has to do with boundaries, stability, structure, balance, and contentment, with your solar plexus wide open, knowing why you're here, what you're meant to do, and truly being inspiration in action in everything that you do, in every day. So like I say, it could be traveling, going back to school, learning new methods, new lessons. You could even be going and trying this new avenue of teaching in a new area, new platform, something here, learning new things. He's going to expand what you've already built in a way that truly opens you up and allows you to step into this leadership aspect and, more importantly, know where to resist temptations, know where to overcome vices, restrictions. Also, too, overcome pessimism, distrust, faithlessness, especially as it pertains to your stability with Capricorn here. This is really opening and focusing on that sacral energy flow. That is being a vessel of the divine light, right? That is riding through in your creative flow with who you're meant to be in all your authentic expression. I will also say too, on November 9th, Mercury in Sagittarius in the 4th house, mind you, home and family, right, is going to be going retrograde. We are done with the pre-shadow and we're full into it. So beyond all the ordinary things that Mercury retrograde brings us, being ruled by Mercury, we're going to feel it, planet of communication, our ruling planet. You could see some communication delays or mishaps within the home or family. There's this nostalgic link to it as well, where you could be traveling back to your old home, places that you really love, your hometown, connecting with old ties. People from your past are going to be coming in, just be aware. Ties in with where things in your new beginnings need to change, integrated as well from those lessons to get you focused and back into that flow, especially with this grand water trine, because it will be here, like I say, along with that minor grand trine, and really shaping the predominant peace, movement, retrospection, reflection on a very deep level with some deja vu moments this month in November. Just be prepared. So this is where Mercury could be taking you on an adventure. Say that 10 times fast. Oh my goodness. But this adventure, especially with Sagittarian energy, is expansive, right? With home and family. He's going to be opening you up, especially during this retrograde. It's actually very healing. I know we normally groan with the R word. This one's good. It's very healing. It's going to open you up to a broader meaning of faith and trust when it comes to your home life, your inner wisdom, your deepest truth. And it's also going to be opening you up, he's going to be opening you up to reevaluating your roots. Check out that read if you haven't seen it, because there's some big pieces. Phase 1 is retrograde in Sag. He will be stepping back over into Scorpio as well, into our 3rd house. So there's this phase 1 and phase 2 action with this retrograde, and then he'll be moving forward into Scorpio and then moving right back into a forward movement in home and family. It's pretty exciting. It's actually a pretty interesting transit. And also, too, it's very healing. It's very freeing. On the 11th, oh my goodness, I am excited to do this read, so stay tuned. On November 11th, not only will Jupiter in Cancer, in our 11th house of hopes, wishes, dreams, long-term aspirations, Jupiter, our planet of optimism, luck, blessings, good fortune, he is going to be going retrograde. And also, too, it happens to be that he's going on into retrograde on 11/11, our awakening gate portal. This portal is basically helping you step into your true power. This awakening gate portal is where the Scorpius constellation and the sun, and Taurus, the heart of the Scorpius constellation, the red giant, are all aligned, and Jupiter's going into this place of reflection. So Antares, I can talk, is basically known as the rival of Mars. So Antares is the beacon of change. And remember, Jupiter is our planet of optimism, luck, exalted in Cancer in our 11th house, long-term aspirations. Now we've got the beacon of change. Antares is also known for rebirth. He's known as the Watcher of the West. And I will also say, he is known as the Stargate of Andromeda. So he's here. The Awakening Gate portal is here. As soon as Jupiter takes the step into a reflection and refinement time, he's here to assist us with our spiritual awakening. It's time to have a heart-to-heart with the heart of the Scorpion, to make sure that our relationships are mutually supportive, our projects are truly aligned to your values, that your vision of success is still what you want, especially with Jupiter in Cancer in our 11th house. The big thing that I will also say, though, is just remember, this is the time to really stand in that truth. Have that heart-to-heart with honesty, with healing. Remember that Antares is a double-edged sword. So where he offers a potential of great success, when he's unchecked, it also can lead to one's own undoing. So, especially in mind, we're in the retrogrades, Jupiter and Mercury, two new ones here. People are coming back from your past. They'll be popping up, just saying. Also keep in mind too, this is a time for realignment, reassessment. It's not necessarily a time for action, particularly as it comes to the focus of affiliations and your investments. Make sure to take this time that's needed for you so that you truly stand in that Queen of Cups intuition, right? Nurture yourself where it's needed. Purify your thoughts where there was negativity, pessimism, especially when it comes to the outlook for your future, your legacy, your dreams, where your charisma has faltered, right? So that you can reinstill that creativity, that creative flow with the grand trine. Take this time and make sure that you're aligned in your truth with your affiliations, your partnerships, your investments. Have those heart-to-hearts. Truly have and experience that spiritual awakening so that you come out on the right side of the sword, right? That truly leads you to your abundance, your success, rather than goes unchecked and basically becomes this gaping wound where before it was just maybe a little bit of weeping, right? And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, because this is all tied to your roots. 4th house energy, home, family, grand trine. Remember too, Jupiter, Saturn are here. Mars is here. We have a minor grand trine as well between Pluto, Uranus, Neptune. Clearer visions, powerful shifts in your spiritual journey and in your reality. This is the time to embrace the dualities. Really, truly look at things with compassion, with that Cancer energy. Purify with empathy, with compassion, with kindness, with warmth, and fill all your dreams with love. Cannot stress that enough. It's going to let you shine all the shadows needed, especially when it comes to your dreams, and make the voluntary changes, right? With your intuition leading the way, with your spirituality truly awakened and tapped in tune, not only with your inner shadow, with what's unforeseen, seeing enemies, internal and external, for who and what they are, and truly allow you to walk into a new beginning of abundance with that 18. And remember, this is coming to not only a purification of consciousness, but a completion with the 9. This is also where it's going to open up the door for November 16th. So get ready, because this is one of the best transits, one of the luckiest days of 2025, and I will also say the luckiest day in November. So mark your calendars for November 16th, because there's something very special here for you. The Sun in Scorpio in our 3rd house is going to be trine with Jupiter. He's in this reflection point, having this heart-to-heart with you. Now he's pouring life into it with the Sun's energy. This is truly a beautiful moment. So I will also say, especially with the 3rd house and the 11th house being activated this way, this is the 2 most social, communicative houses of our whole wheel, right? In astrology, there's something here. If you do anything on social media, if you're a content creator, however you put your voice out with your blog, podcasts, something here. This is the day where that energy, with this energy, there's something here that goes viral, because it's activating both of your 2 most social communication houses. I will also say, mark your calendar for this week, because the 16th, truly all the way through the 22nd, this is the best week in November. Just get ready. I'm so excited to do this read at a deeper dive, but this is truly where you are walking into something that is very prosperous. This is also something that allows you to truly harvest your success. It's tied to family. It's tied to commitments. I'll fully put it out there. We'll get into each day. Just stay with me here. It's leading you to stability. Has to do with commitment. Like I say, marriage, possibly. No pressure. And it's leading to peace, balance, harmony. This is initiation and action in a way where Venus is truly blessing it. And like I say, she's got her Louis Vuittons on. She is not messing around when it comes to your foundations, when it comes to your achievements, when it comes to bringing out your heart's desires and bringing them fully into your reality with your heart chakra lit up, wide open, and fully supported. This is a gorgeous week, and it starts with the Sun trine Jupiter, the best transit. One of the luckiest days of 2025. Yes, I said it. Oh my goodness. Just saying. So right away after this on the 17th, get ready, because the Sun is also going to be trining Saturn. So first the Sun trines Jupiter on the 16th, then right away the next day. So it's elevating your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. Right away the Sun trines Saturn. Structure, legacy, karma, wealth. Keep in mind too, Jupiter is also trine with Saturn. So yes, we do have a very beautiful grand water trine once again. Not only just between Mars and Saturn and Jupiter with action, but now the Sun's coming out to play as well with this energy. So this is a beautiful grand water trine, because it's life, luck, blessings being poured into your most long-held dreams. Your goals, your aspirations. There is something here when all of this comes into alignment that is perfection in action. It is perfection when it comes to your energy, your resources, your vitality, your aspirations. And I will also say why I say it's got some perfection tied into it. All 3 of these, the Sun, Saturn, and Jupiter, are all going to be at almost perfectly 25 degrees too. This is a perfect alignment. This is where whatever has been overwhelming you, stress, anxiety, what's making you drained, feeling burnt out, maybe feeling fear as well, you're moving into a place that's not only healing, but it's going to free you from this feeling, from this energy. As you can see, there's 4 swords here. He's got one at his side. But more importantly, he doesn't need to use any of them. He's being exalted by the tree of life, the true 12-strand DNA activation, which, side tangent, I am doing this week a meditation video on activating your 12-strand DNA. It's a guided meditation with affirmations. So it is truly the epiphany of this moment, this energy between the 16th and the 17th. It's going to truly awaken you in such a beautiful way. And I will also say too, because keep in mind, we've got our 3rd house, our 7th house, and our 11th house all activated, right? Communication, social networks, community, humanitarian efforts, hopes, wishes, and dreams, partnerships, affiliations. There is something here, especially with the 3rd house, because that's also commitment, right? You're possibly signing a contract, whether it be verbally or on paper. Either way, it's long lasting. It's commitment. Could be marriage, could be starting a business, a new job. It's tied to your legacy. It's tied to your wealth, and it's truly long lasting. It's tied to your future. It's tied to your dreams, your aspirations. It's going to fill you with joy. It's going to fill you with this soul tribe fulfillment of belonging. And I will also say, between the 3rd and the 11th house, it's public. There's nothing secretive about this energy. This is making an announcement in a very prolific way, in a very nurturing way. And I will also say the moon will be moving into Scorpio as well on the 17th. So the moon's tying into this trine as well. So this is we've got a powerful month with all of this water, with all this communication. There's inward flow, but there's this external flow as well. I will say it again, it's going to have a lot of deja vus. It's going to feel familiar, but we've got almost 40 aspects happening in 1 month, and it's only 30 days long. I'm just saying. So to top this off as well, if that wasn't enough, the moon's also in Scorpio on the 18th, right after this grand trine forms, plays with the sun's energy, Jupiter's energy, Saturn's energy. Mercury's retrograde is going to be moving from Sag back into Scorpio. And yes, we do have a Scorpio stellium, which is one of the strongest stelliums, I will also add, alongside the grand water trine to top that off. Your 3rd house is being lit up with the sun, the moon, Mercury now too. Get ready. It's gorgeous energy. And also to remember Venus is there too. No pressure. This is a cosmic concentration. So, especially with all this stellium energy, with the scorpionic energy, with the grand water trine energy, you're going to see a lot of change. You're going to see some transformation around this time. So, like I say, this is one of the most exciting weeks. It's a very blessed week as well. It's a cosmic concentration that's going to amplify your inner thoughts, your feelings, and push you to articulate and investigate with more depth and intention. And with Mercury in retrograde in our 3rd house. So this is, just to prepare you, this is old conversations, emails, documents coming to light. There's something that you missed that's resurfacing. And with the 3rd house here being lit up the way that it is, there's going to be an announcement. This is the end of a conflict. This is maybe compromise, but it's cooperation, it's agreements that are coming into harmony. And this announcement, either you're making it, you're hearing it, whatever it is, you're standing as the Queen of Wands. You've got your intuition with that scorpionic energy leading the charge. You've got Jupiter blessing you with optimism. You've got Venus giving you all the charisma you could even dream of. And I will also say, you've got the strength, the stability, the confidence, not only from that scorpionic energy, but from Saturn here as well. And we're not done yet. It's all building up. All of this energy, whatever is coming to light, is coming to light and building up to make an announcement for the new moon in Scorpio between the 19th and the 20th. It's going to be in your 3rd house as well. So there's that. It's going to be truly one of the most powerfully charged new moons in all of 2025 with this energy and with this alignment. This is a 6-month cycle. It's an opportunity, a fresh start that transforms how you connect with others, with honesty and with healing. It's going to renew your mindset in a very big way, with compassion, with strategy, with passion. It's deep. It's healing. It's rejuvenating. And it's also freeing. So this could be something where you're starting a new project, starting a new journaling practice, truly getting your feelings out, right? Bringing everything to the surface with that scorpionic energy. This could also be where you're resolving a sibling, or a conflict from the past with a sibling, don't ask, with a sibling, with a neighbor, with your community, past community as well, especially because we've got Mercury retrograde as well back in Scorpio, right? People from your past. So there is also this piece to it that basically allows you to initiate some very important conversations. It's strong energy, and it's not going to be quiet. And I will also say too, with the Sun conjunct with Mercury and the new moon, Uranus in Taurus is also going to be sextile with Neptune. So there's something here. Just want to put it out there. There is something here that may test your belief system. And we got the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Shining the light, yes. And being offered a cup. Let's talk about this. With these two as well, I just want to prepare you with Uranus sextiling Neptune. There's something here that's not only going to test your belief systems, but it's a truth that you need to see. It's a truth, more importantly, that you're seeking. There's something here that is involving travel, communication. This is a charged up new moon that's tied to the Grand Water Trine. It's tied to the minor Grand Water Trine as well. And with Venus in Scorpio in our third house, also trining the North Node, sextiling the South Node right at this time with the new moon alignment, there's something here. It's fated. It's fated with love, relationships, money, contracts, commitments. It's destined. It's harmonious. It's ease of flow, bringing you to your Ten of Cups. This is something that's going to open the door towards your ascension, especially as it ties to your roots, especially as it ties to your contentment, your joy, your love, your family, your ultimate happiness, your sense of belonging, your enduring success as well, but also your spiritual pleasure. This is dreaming with action, dreams in action with Mars and Pisces here. It is a bright future that you're walking towards, and it's a transition of a new beginning. So, like I say, mark your calendar for this week. Stay tuned for the weekly read. We'll get into all of it. I'll do a separate read too on that new moon energy, all the alignments. It's going to be gorgeous. I'll also try and do a new moon affirmation meditation for it too. We'll see how I get, or how far I get. I apologize in advance if I don't, but either way, this is where there's something coming to light, and it's allowing you to step fully into your power with love, family, work, career, your destiny, your dreams. There's something really big here. It's honest, it's healing, and it's renewing. It's allowing you to receive the guidance, become the mentor, seek the truth, share the truth, speak your truth, live in your truth, and to come to a point of completion when it comes to achieving your goals, right? Ending a cycle, truly integrating everything that you've learned along the way, following your spiritual guidance with your intuition, and shining light fully on your Ten of Cups. There is a cup that is being handed to you. With this Four of Cups, it's putting you in your feels, and it's connecting your dreams to your emotions and to your foundation, to your reality, to your contentment, to your heart chakra, to your spirituality. It's going to allow you to truly reposition yourself for your legacy, for your financial security, for your relationship security. It's a new beginning that is truly big. So, like I say, this is probably the most powerful month, or well, it is the most powerful month in a very big way, but this is possibly, whatever. Tried to say those two at the same time. The most powerfully charged new moon in all of 2025. Absolutely gorgeous. And we're not even done yet, because right away after that, Mercury in Scorpio on the 22nd in our third house is also going to be trine with Saturn and Jupiter. They're going to be forming this. I talked about it in Mercury's retrograde, but just to let you know, oh my goodness, I'm calling this the Great Retrograde Grand Water Trine. All three of these planets, Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter, are all in retrograde. This trine is going to be especially meaningful for Virgos and especially healing for us. It's very unique in a reflective way. It's going to restructure how you relate, where you belong, and on the 21st, right before this, we also move right into Sagittarian season. So Sagittarius season, stay tuned. I'll do a separate read, but this is where, oh my gosh, and at the bottom, look at this. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. This is where Sagittarius season is coming in with this alignment that is truly healing you and bringing in this structure in where you belong, how you relate in such a healing way. So between the 16th and the 16th and the 22nd, you're connecting to something regarding home, family. It's going to be long term. It's going to be legacy focused, and it's fated. It's your justice. It's where you're standing in your truth. There's truth coming forward. There's things coming into resolution. You're calling judgment in your heart to heart, in all your honesty, and truly receiving the karmic rewards from all the work that you've done. Because remember, that's what Saturn loves to do best. This energy is truly going to open the door and break you free from whatever blockages have been revolving and specialized in home, family, in such a big way. It's going to be messages. It's going to tie you to your hard work that leads to stability, that leads to financial gain. Tie you to your soul tribe when it comes to your family bliss, your community, your success. Because remember, Venus is in Scorpio. I cannot stress that enough. She has some energy here. She is not only just treading water in that deep end, she's like doing like the long distance dives all the way to the bottom, right? That you like, if you ever took swimming lessons, like when you're like 3 years old and you see like the really big kids or your teacher do it where she gets all the way to the bottom and you're like, oh my God, I want to do that. At least that was me. This is that energy. She is diving in. She is diving and getting that ring 10 feet below the surface, and she is bringing that straight up to the surface. All your heart's desires, everything that truly runs deep, where your roots run deep, financially, in family, in love, in partnerships, home, all of it. And I will also say, on the 26th, get ready because we have another grand water trine forming between Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. The planet of love, the planet of luck, and the planet of legacy are all coming together on the 26th. This is going to be bringing a positive emotional shift in your relationships, your social circles, your understanding of your personal values. It's truly this relationship revolution and evolution that's focused on connections, dynamics, love, commitments, your future, and how you embrace all of it with an open heart and an open mind. This is where you are utilizing your leadership in all of those areas, all that you've learned, to manifest your goals. This is where you're standing with an open mind, in your resilience, in your authority, in all your worth, and you're charging towards your victory. You're claiming your victory with triumph, seeing the fruits of your labor, and more importantly, having them fill you with that personal satisfaction, that fulfillment. Like I say, this is the month where it's like you're searching for this greater fulfillment, this higher truth, this great awakening. This is where, when this grand water trine forms between Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, it's an open heart, it's an open mind. You are wide open, and as you can see, you're claiming your flowers. You're receiving your flowers, and you're receiving not only the harmony that comes with the 6, the jubilation that comes with the sun. With the 19, it's new beginnings, completions. Everything will go well. This is positivity wrapping up your success, your health, and everything that you enjoy with good fortune. This is a beautiful day. Just saying, mark this one on the calendar as well, because right after this, oh my goodness, Saturn goes direct. Yes, I know. Finally. If anyone's been feeling that and waiting for it, I have. I'm just saying, and if you have too, put a heart in the comments below, because on the 27th, Saturn in Pisces in our 7th house is going direct. So this is forward movement. Oh my goodness, thank you. Forward movement. He is bringing this renewed sense of purpose to your commitments, to your relationships. This is where it's like you have processed all the lessons on, and double confirmation. What? Yeah, we'll talk about all this. Oh my gosh. And as you can see too, the Ace of Swords came out and upright this time. This is where things are really turning around. You're starting to see all this forward movement. These retrogrades, all of them, with all this, like everything, this is where you're starting to come out on top. With all this power, with all this passion. So when Saturn goes direct, while he was in that retrograde period, all the lessons that you learned on boundaries, intimacy, especially all the lessons that you've been learning since early 2023, you're now ready. When he goes direct, you're ready to apply them to build stronger, more mature partnerships. There's something here that's stabilizing. And I will also say it gets its permanence. So just get ready for this forward movement, because again, remember, Saturn is karma. He likes to be that planet. He doesn't take it easy on us, right? But he likes to reward, like for your perseverance, for you facing your fears, for you doing the work, putting in the work, remaining resilient. This is where you're standing your ground. With the Seven of Wands, like facing your fears with bravery, standing your ground and remembering that you are in a favorable position. Especially, remember, we've got Mars here. Mars is in Scorpio. This is beautiful energy. This is passionate energy. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. Why did I say Scorpio? Anyway, Mars in Sagittarius energy. This is defending your home. This is defending your stability. This is defending your family, right? He's fired up with that fiery energy of Sagittarius, that truth, that expansion. You're fighting for what you believe in against any opposition with tenacity. Using force where necessary, just make sure that you use it wisely, right? But it's taking action with your new beginnings, with opportunity, with strength, with vitality, with passion. And there's also new opportunities in regards to your personal career development. You're going to be active during this time. He's going to hit the ground running in a very beautiful way that's stabilizing. But I'll say it again. It's got permanence to it. It's tied to your roots, your foundation, your legacy, your wealth, your new beginnings. Right after this as well, Mercury on November 29th is also going to be going direct in Scorpio. Passion, passionate communication. Your communication with your family, with your community, with everyone, with yourself is clearing up. This is where you are truly receiving your justice, your victory, and you're marching forward. Advancement in career, making significant progress, clearly communicating with confidence. You're taking all the insights that you gained during the retro period in our 4th house and our 3rd house with Mercury, and you're now ready to speak clearly, speak confidently, with respect, and you're being seen for it, right? There's things here that are coming to fruition that are validating all your hard work, all your communication. You're claiming your expansive victory. This is where changes, the changes that you've made, are moving you into a point of mastery with your Justice card. This is where the changes you've made will be freeing you. They'll be healing you. They'll be expanding your horizons. It's practices that you're putting into absolution. And it's also practicing the biggest lesson, where love is not perfect. Instead, it's the hand that finds you through every hard decision, every vulnerability, every step along the way that truly brings you towards your justice, brings you to your liberty, your balance, your harmony, your good karma, and your truth. Like I say, it's your mastery. And it's truly knowing with that throat chakra what you're consenting to, allowing people to be heard, as well as allowing yourself to voice your desires, your concerns, your needs, your like your wants, right? Embracing those polarities and creating a safe space in your communication, in the communication you receive, in your legacy. There's something here in your partnerships that's truly stabilizing, and it's healing, it's freeing, it's expansive, like I said before, and it's truly rewarding you for all the invested time, all the invested energy, and it's promoting you. This is where you're truly getting like new heights, new levels kind of energy. And as we end out the month, oh my goodness, so on November 30th, we're not even done yet. This month is so packed. Venus, after all that passionate energy, after she's been strutting, right, in her thigh highs, her Louis Vuittons with the red heels, she's now moving into our 4th house, home and family, in Sagittarius. This is gorgeous. So this is a sweet energy to end that month with, or to end this month with. Know what I meant? But either way, it's very sweet. So get ready for your home life to get cozy. It's going to be filled with love, connections. It's where roots run deep. Your home is becoming not only a sanctuary, but it's becoming this place for creating memories, creating moments. There's pictures capturing all of it that are covering your fridge, all your hard works, all the like challenges, the personal challenges are bringing you into this point of wisdom that's truly opening your solar plexus with balance and being inspiration in action. This is where when you have your, like when you're seeing your harvest really come in, you're seeing your return really come in. Wherever you've done the planning, the reflection, the investment, things are going to start taking off, and it's being blessed, as you can see with double sevens. So this is where I will just say, especially with Sagittarian energy, with Venus, our planet of love, centered around the home and family. This is where it's like even the cats have ear warmers, right? This is where, I don't know, you've got like your kids' pictures like covering the fridge. You've got every color in your decor, like gracing your walls. You're decorating, right? You're renewing your home and filling it with love, filling it with comfort, filling it with all the things that you cherish and value most. And this is where your victory, your external strength are really breaking through and shining through. This is where, not only, like I say, with all this movement, focus on home and health, home and family this month. You could be moving, buying a house, selling a house, renovating a house, whatever it is. You're now enjoying getting settled in, right? This is momentum in the right direction towards your victory, with compassion, with all this love when it comes to your family, your home, your hearth. And I will also say with the dualities, with knowing and seeing the light and embracing the dark. Like I say, there's this energy at the end of the month that truly envelopes the lesson where it's like love is not perfect, but it stands in its truth. And when you allow it to shine in that duality, right? It's that hand that finds you through every hard decision. It's the hand that never lets go, even when your steps falter in the vulnerability. It's the hand that hugs you and warms your heart. The cats have ear warmers. You've made mittens for them. Your kids have homemade scarves. I don't know what it is, but there is all of this energy that truly, where it's like love is handmade. And it's handmade with love in everything that you do. You're looking around and seeing all that you've built. And you know that you used all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your energy. And it was built with your two hands, surrounded. I'll see if I can do it on screen here. Surrounded in love. That was really corny. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, before we go as well, I do just want to take a look at our spirit animal totems. Because like I say, this is such a powerful month. This is where we're ending out. Virgos, you are coming out on top this month. With all these deja vus, thank you, I saw it. All that you experienced in October, it's going and taking it to a brand new, deeper level. It'll feel familiar. And it's like your favorite cup of summer squash soup. And I will say, there's this aspect to it that is so healing. It's like you've taken all those seeds and you've toasted them, you've roasted them, you've even put a little bit of heat to them. Maybe added some ginger to that summer squash soup, or summer squash, butternut squash. Know what I meant? Either way, you're utilizing those for the natural healing properties of the deworming aspects, right? You're getting out the parasites, the parasitic blockages. You're also being smart about it with your future planning. You're taking those seeds, the best of the best, and you're properly drying them off, making sure they're nice and dry, and then putting them in the freezer to save those for your legacy, to save those for your next year's harvest. This is where you've got the wisdom of that old soul, all the lessons you've learned, and you're walking through life with confidence and with grace, with power that's beyond this world from all your ancestors, activating your 12-strand DNA, focusing on what you really want and creating your dreams. This is also where you've got the nobility behind your actions, right? Accomplishing and celebrating what you set out to do with humility, being crowned with your success, knowing that there's powerful forces and support that are guiding you, and knowing that you can conquer anything that you challenge and anything that challenges you, because your energy is truly limitless. You are also tapped in, knowing that any challenge makes you stronger, that you're resilient to stand against them, to have faith in that resilience when you face adversity, to know when to take time to rest, to dream, to renew, and embrace all the possibilities within you, within your collective consciousness, your creation consciousness, and your psychic abilities, the shaman within you. Before we go let's take a look, because I pulled a lot of cards. Let's look at our major arcana here too. So for anyone that practices music improv, when you meditate, cannot stress how healing it is vibrationally and frequency wise. I almost missed those two. But we've got a lot of change this month. This is a heart's revolution, evolution kind of energy. So we pulled a D sharp, an F sharp, a B, an A and a C, an E, and 2 G sharps. And then color-wise, as you can see, we've got indigo, we've got yellow, we've got magenta, purple, reds, greens, and oranges. This is like your chakras are fully aligned and fully lit up and awake. So I truly hope you guys have the most powerful, amazing, healing month of November. Almost said October, don't know why. Either way, I am sending you so much love and light. Take care. Have a wonderful month, and I will see you in the next reading.